back to Faith Walk with Debbie. Today I will be sharing what happened after all those 16 chemotherapy treatments I had, and then what appeared to be a miracle, but it turned out sour, and then the Thymoma surgery preparation. On November 18, 2020, I completed chemotherapy, number 16. It had been a long road that began the last week of June. I was extremely grateful it was over. I had been so used to so many medical appointments, like my schedule was just totally full, and it was shocking and totally different to have my schedule empty. I was scheduled for thymoma cancer surgery December 18th to have the thymoma cancer that was left removed. And I had been praying for so many months that somehow God would give me a miracle so I wouldn't have to have that surgery. And I prayed that that cancer would miraculously disappear. Well, the IU surgeon wanted me to have a CAT scan in preparation for that surgery. So on November 20th, I had the CAT scan, and the results appeared in my chart, and I anxiously analyzed it. And even though the CAT scan stated it was to check the thymoma, as I'm reading down through the results, there was nothing there that said anything about thymoma cancer. And then when my local oncologist called to discuss the results, she was pleased with them. She agreed that it appeared that there was no thymoma cancer. However, she stated that we needed to wait to see what the IU surgeon's decision was. I had been scheduled for an appointment with the IU surgeon in Indianapolis on November 25th, and I was also supposed to get pre-surgery testing then that day. But because this CAT scan results, it appeared that I had gotten a miracle, that there was no thymoma cancer. I called her office to let her know, and so I talked to the office assistant and asked her if she would pass the information along to her. Because I'm thinking, if there's no thymoma cancer, then there's no need for surgery. Therefore, there would be no need for me to go to that appointment. So I assumed I would not have to do pre-testing since it appeared, the cancer was gone. And so I called and waited to see what the surgeon said. Over the phone, in stating the surgeon, I got a call back stating that the surgeon still wanted to see me over the phone, but not in person, and that the pre-testing test had been canceled. So I got excited, and I thought all of that was really good news and confirmation to me that I wouldn't have to have surgery. And I had assumed that God had given me that miracle I had prayed for months. My husband and I met via the computer on November 25th with the IU surgeon. She didn't have that written explanation that I had gotten through my chart, and she asked me to read it. She stated that it left off the thymoma results. She had personally looked at the CAT scan herself. Now, to get perspective, the original cancer, the thymoma cancer, was 4.9 centimeters long. And after the 16 chemos, it had shrunk down to 1.5 centimeters. The surgeon said she assumed what was remaining was dead tissue. So she still saw something there. She thought it was dead tissue, and she said it needed to be removed. So she stated I still had to have surgery. I was heartbroken and I got angry. You know, the person who read that CAT scan didn't give the complete correct results. So I'll be honest, now anytime I have any kind of testing like that, I question, can I really trust the results? I was really upset that I was going to have surgery. I also was upset because I had taken that whole day off, November 25th, including my husband, in preparation to go to Indianapolis for the pre-surgery testing. But the surgeon felt that she needed to explain the CAT scan results before she ended up keeping the pre-testing scheduled. And so as a result of that, I had to end up taking another day off work. My husband was not able to. And I had to go to Indianapolis by myself, and I hate driving in that traffic, but I had to go there for the pre-testing. So on December 9th, I went to IU Medical Center for the pre-surgery testing. I hated the traffic. Yes, I had my GPS, but I hated driving. I don't like driving on interstates, let alone in Indianapolis traffic. And the pre-testing, it took hours for the pre-testing to be done. It took longer than originally planned. And after the pre-testing, I met with the surgeon's assistant and the surgeon in the Simon Cancer Center. The surgeon's assistant answered lots of my questions, which really helped my apprehension for surgery. And it was nice that the two buildings where I did the pre-testing and the Simon Cancer Center actually were connected. So that part was very convenient. It also was during the COVID-19 time, and I found it really interesting how there seemed to be people everywhere. You know, there wasn't social distancing, and they were in close proximity, but they all had masks on. Both buildings required me to wear a mask that they provided. I wasn't allowed to wear a homemade mask. And I went home literally that day with a small, suitcase on rollers of the pre-surgery things that I was required to do. I had to take a special protein drink for many days before, the surgery. And I was also given a plastic breathing machine that I had to breathe through. I think it was twice a day. And that breathing machine helped to prepare my lungs for the surgery. And a couple days before surgery, I had to put this certain lotion in my nose to help prevent MRSA. I thought that was kind of odd, but I really was happy with all the preparation. And a day before surgery, I had to drink a specific type of Gatorade. And like I said, I was really impressed with all of the surgery preparations that they required in order for surgery to be more successful. Something I was totally amazed about, though, was that COVID preparation before surgery that I had to have, for the COVID test. So the Monday before surgery, I had the test, but the COVID quarantine rules were very minor. They weren't strict at all. I was allowed to go to work, which I was grateful for. I just was not allowed to go to big gatherings like church for 2 weeks before surgery. So I was grateful that I wasn't going to have to take off a lot of days and miss, in quarantining myself before surgery. And that really, really surprised me, because I know other hospitals had big quarantine, like for a week or two before the surgery. So next time, I will share all about my Thymoma cancer surgery. I had been told that the pain level would be 10 out of 10, which is worse than open heart surgery. I had been told I would be in the hospital 4 to 5 days. And because of that, I was extremely apprehensive about the whole situation. So I encourage you to stay tuned to see how some of what they predicted, God miraculously intervened, because I was scared. But I was encouraged by Matthew 6:27 in the New Living Translation, because it says, can all your worries add a single moment to your life? You know, I knew worrying wasn't good. You know, who wants to worry? Nobody wants to worry, but how do we not when we've got these super stressful life situations happening? It would not make any positive difference in my situation if I worried. So I just had to trust that God would get me through. Now, I'm speaking that out like it's easy. No, it's not. But God helped me. So I encourage you to join me next time to find out how surgery went.